going to be creating eCover graphics for our PLR package. So in the last couple of videos we edited our PSD graphic from our existing PLR package, or as in the case of the last video we actually created a new mini site with new graphics. So in this video, as I say, we're going to create new eCovers using the graphics to match our mini site. So what we'll be going over is creating a new flat front cover image for our eCover. We'll be discussing the eCover service that I use to create my eCovers, and we'll be talking about how to generate the eCover and also how to create what's an eCover package, whereby you have several eCovers together to create a sort of package image. So without further ado, we will move on to creating our front cover image. So in order to create the eCover graphics, I use an online service called eCover Go, which is this one here. You can find it at www.ecover-go.com. The reason I use that is GIMP doesn't have the facility to take flat images and turn them into sort of 3D graphics, unlike Photoshop, where Photoshop can use what's known as action scripts to, as they create these 3D graphics from like a flat image. But unfortunately GIMP doesn't have that functionality. So if you don't have Photoshop, this service is one that I would recommend. It's a service that I use. It's a monthly fee. I think at the time of this video it is about $9.95 per month. And what it'll let you do is it'll let you upload images to create your eCover graphics. So they've got a large selection of boxes and box images you can create. This is a selection with the shadow effect. You can create software boxes, CD cases, CDs, DVDs, DVD cases, ebook covers, and they have various miscellaneous covers as well. The website also offers other services as well as like creating eCovers. You can put together like ebooks using the services, create banners, flash banners. They have lots of graphics that you can download as well. It'll create headlines for you if you want to make a graphical headline with sort of highlighted areas and doodles, and you don't want to do it yourself in GIMP. Then they've got a service through this website that will do it as part of your package price. It'll also create payment buttons and all sorts of other things. So as I say, it's a service I use quite a lot, and it is a monthly fee of $9.95, but I found it more than pays for itself. So in order to use the service, you go to ecover-go.com, and I think if we go to the bottom here there's a sign up button. But what we'll do is I will show you how the service works. We'll create a flat image for our eCover, upload it to the website and generate our eCovers from there. So in order to create our flat image we need to go to GIMP and get started. So here we are back at GIMP, and I've already opened up the mini site template that we created in the last video, because we want to obviously reference that when we create our mini site, our eCover front cover graphic, just so that the two do match up graphically, because we want them to match as much as possible, so that people know when they come to the site and see the product box that it matches the mini site. So what we do is we create a new image. So we go File, New, and for the eCover Go website, the graphics have to be 350 pixels wide by 400 pixels high, and click OK. And if you remember, when we created our mini site, we added a pattern background, so that's what we're going to do with this. So we're going to create a new layer and click OK, and we're going to add our pattern. So we'll select the bucket fill, and the pattern fill is already selected, and we fill it with the pattern. Then we'll add another new layer, and this time we're going to add our gradient. So if we take our blend tool, and the gradient is foreground to background, which is what we want, but we also want to invert that, which we've done here, and the shape is bilinear, which again is what we want. Start somewhere in the middle and pull up. There we go. And then if we just change the mode of this layer, and from what I remember it was multiply. Yep, so again we've got this sort of darker areas at the top and bottom with the kind of patterned area visible in the middle. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add the graphical elements. We're going to add the mobile phones. So again, this time if we go File, Open as Layers, as before, and if we find where we had the images, so in this case it was downloads, there we go. And there's one of them, and we'll open that up and select our move tool and adjust that. I think what we'll do is we will change that down slightly, just about there, scale it down, put that kind of there, and then again if we open up the next one, and we can move that into position and we'll scale that down as well. Put that about there. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll add the two characters. Forgot to open that as layers, so File, Open as Layers. There we go. Now obviously he's quite big, so what we'll do is we'll scale him down. Now normally what we would do is we would select on the scale tool, click on that and then adjust it, but as it's so much bigger than the original graphic, what we can also do is we can also go to Layer, Scale Layer, and we know that the image is 400 pixels high, so if we just make it, say for this instance 300, and scale, and then we can just move him up, and now we're free to use the scale tool again and just do the last bit of adjustment. There we go. And then if we open up File, Open as Layers, and the same thing if we use the Scale Layer tool, and again there we go, and we can just adjust that the final way. And select the move tool and just position that, and we want that behind, so we'll lower that. And last one. There we go. And then we'll just position that. There we go. About there. So we've got those characters, we've got the mobile phones, and I think what we'll do is we'll add the cache pile as well. So File, open as layers, and there it's there. Knew it was somewhere. Okay, and what we'll do is we'll move that down here, and we'll obviously scale it down. And we'll move that into place about there. I think what we'll do as well is we'll move that layer down. Okay, perfect. Okay, the next thing we want to do is we actually want to add our headlines here. So in this case, what we'll do is we will actually copy that. So if we go edit, copy, and then go back to our graphic and create a new layer and go edit, paste, there we go. And if we just move that into position there, like that, and then if we do the same to the local mobile text, again edit, copy, go to our image, create a new layer, and then edit, paste. Then if we move that into position, now we need to shrink that down a bit. So again, if we go to our scale tool, there we go. That's looking pretty good, like that. Okay, so we've already now got all the elements that we want from the main site. Possibly what we could do, if I move that down slightly and then move this down slightly, we could take the tagline that we've got here. So if we go back to that and take that, again edit, copy, and again create a new layer and edit, paste, and again just move that into position and just scale it down. And we can make it a bit bigger. There. Okay. So there we go. So now we've created our front cover for our eCover graphics, and it matches obviously our website template, which is good, which is exactly what we want. So the next thing to do is just to save this. So if we go File, Save As, and I always try and save my images first and foremost as a layered image, so for example as a GIMP image or a PNG or a PSD image. So if we go to where we have saved our other graphics, we'll call this Box Front Cover for the sake of this, and that saves that as a layered file. And then if we just go File, Save As, and this time we'll save it as a flat JPEG image. So if we click Select File by Type and select JPEG image and click Save, and it's telling us that it can't handle layers and transparencies, so it's telling us it needs to flatten the image, which is fine. So click Export. Normally what I would do is I would up the quality to 100%, but for this I'm going to keep it 85% because we need to make sure the file size is under 120 kilobytes for uploading to the eCover Go website. So save it as, keep it at that, that won't make too much difference at all. Click Save, and that should have saved the image. So what we'll do now is we'll go, I'll sign into the eCover Go website, and we'll get our front cover image uploaded and create our eCover graphics. So here we are inside the eCover Go website. So I've signed into my account, and we're now ready to start generating our eCovers. The website does offer lots of different services for your monthly fee, but the one we're interested in just now is the eCover generator. So I click on that, and you can see here we've got our eCovers that we can create. So I think what we'll do is, because it's a free report we're creating first, I'll go to the miscellaneous covers, and I want one that's a sort of ring binder effect. So I will select this one here. Then here at the bottom you can select your graphics. So you've got the front graphic, spine and top if you've created them as well, but we've only created the front. So if we click browse and select our front cover graphic, click open, and then just click generate eCover now, and what that does is open up a new tab and it renders the eCover. So sometimes it takes a few seconds to work its magic, and there we go. So that's it, created our eCover for us, which is our binder. And then just to download that, you can click on the download eCover now, or right click and save image as, which is what I tend to do, and then just select the file that we want to save it in and give it a name. So if we go report cover 1, and we'll save it as a PNG file, .png, and click save. And what that does is that downloads it as a PNG file that we can then you open up in GIMP or just put straight onto our website. And we'll just pick another one very quickly. Let's see what else we have. Because there's lots and lots of options for this. What I'll do is I'll create an ebook cover so that you can see that as well. Let's try this one. And again, we'll click generate eCover. And there we go. We've got our ebook cover. If we wanted to sort of display it as an ebook, again, save image as, and we'll say this ebook cover 1.png, and click save. And what I tend to do is, once I've got my front graphic created, I just create all the eCovers that I want at the one go. So for example, if I want to display a package with several different DVD cases, I just go through the ones I want. So for example, we've got a DVD case cover here, so we'll select this one and generate eCover. And there we go. So that's created our DVD cover. So save image as, class DVD cover 1.png. And then I'll create some of the other ones. So for example, if we use this one, and the great thing is you can create as many of these as you want till you're happy with the choices you have. So there we go, we've got this one here, and again, save image as, and we'll call this DVD cover 2.png. So we'll use this when we're doing our sales page for our video course, for example. And we'll do one more from this. say let's try this one and generate eCover now. As I say, sometimes it does take a wee minute just to load up, depending on how quickly your computer is. So I'll just pause this just now while it works through it. Okay, so there we go. It's generated the cover there, and it's given us this one with the disk open. So again, save image as, and we'll call this DVD cover 3. But you really can create as many different styles as you want, and we will save that. Okay, so that's how you create your eCovers using eCover Go. As I say, it's a service that I use, and I've been more than happy with it. I'm not affiliated with the site. If you do use it, then I certainly won't get anything from that, but I just can recommend it because it is a very good service. So that's how you create the eCovers. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to GIMP, and we're going to combine the eCovers that we've created to create a sort of package look, as it were. So we'll do that just now. So if we go back to GIMP and File, New, and what we'll do is we'll create an image, say 700 wide, keep that at 800, and we'll make a transparent background for this one, just to give us space to work with when we open up these images. And if we open these up as layers, and we go into the folder, okay, so if we start with that one, oh, for some reason that's not giving us a transparent background. That's fine. What we'll do is we'll there we go. And on the ebook. Okay. So what you can do is you can really just start messing around and picking a layout that you like best. What I'll do is open this up to 100% so we can decide how we want it to look. So for example, if you just want the DVDs, you could have, for example, this one here, and you could duplicate that, and create a sort of package like this, and then have sort of that one kind of there. If we move these over slightly, what we could actually do is move that up here, I think. There we go. And if we want to add in our ebook as well, we can put that down the bottom here. And you really just want to mess around with it and sort of arrange it as you would like it to look. There's no set way it has to look. As I say, it's just whatever way you're happy with it looking. And if it doesn't quite look right to you that way, certainly you can deselect what you don't like, and you can move things about, adjust the layers and what have you. I think what we'll do is we'll actually have a few of these. If we duplicate that layer again, We'll set that up that kind of way. And we'll create one more. And what we'll do is we'll move this one behind. So layer, stack. There we go. And have it sort of arranged like that. That's quite good, quite like that. And then what we'll do is just create a new layer here and fill it with the background colour. And there we go. And now we have our sort of package of videos that we could display on our sales page, just to show that we have several DVDs, or sorry, several videos in the package. And it really is that simple. And then all we need to do is just file, save as, and save it as, again I would save it as a layered file first and foremost, and then save it, for example, as a PNG file or a JPEG file, whichever you wanted to put in the website. So it is as simple as that. So that's it for this video for creating e-covers. The service I use is eCover Go. You can find it at www.ecover-go.com, and I say at the time of this video it's about just under $10 a month, but I'm more than happy with the service it provides and the images that it produces. Okay, so in the next video we will be moving on to rebranding our PLR ebook. Now that we've created our mini site and created our e-covers, we can now start actually rebranding.